What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich and my boy Kyle here, and we're back to just chop it up again. We just want to talk about the hot topics in football right now. The main thing we want to talk about today: Kai Havertz potentially following the footsteps of Timo Werner, his fellow German international teammate, to Chelsea, not to Liverpool. This is big.
Hey, no one's going anywhere as of yet.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
True. But the rumors are hot, man.
the
rumors are hot.
That's right.
So my first question for you: are you still salty about Timo Werner, his potential move to Chelsea?
I don't. No, I told you last time. I'm only going to get salty when he puts pen to paper, right?
So when he actually has the shirt. Okay,
That's right. That's right. When he's holding it,
when he actually hold the shirt like this,
that's right,
and has his face like this, and he's like, Chelsea.
Oh, that's cute. You got a Champions League shirt because you want to cherish the moment, huh?
Nah, somebody actually sent this for me though. For real, somebody from Croatia actually sent that for me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. But yeah. I think when he holds up the shirt, if he holds up the shirt, that's when it'll probably kick in, because right now anything can still happen. Transfer window's not open yet. No medicals have been reported.
Yeah,
anything can still happen, man. And you said the rumors are hot.
Yes.
Rumors are hot right now.
And most of the time, when a rumor is hot, the rumor is very true. Very, very true. I think I was a bit skeptical at first, like the first day or two, but I think it's going to happen.
And you're talking about Kai Havertz or Timo?
I'm talking, we're going to get to Havertz.
Okay, so you're still talking about Timo.
Well, we're talking about Timo. Timo, right. You know what I'm saying? He is actually going to go to Chelsea. I think because we have already discussed this. Chelsea can afford Timo Werner. Like, it's like, bam. When you factor in the sale of Morata, okay, let's say Morata sold 56 million. That's euros. Then Kovacic, his deal made permanent, 45 million. You have 10 million left. You put in guys like Omero and I think Ola Aina and a few guys they sold. That's an extra 20-something mil. Then you have the Eden Hazard deal. And then they were banned from the transfer window for a couple windows. So they have the money.
Yeah.
They have the money to spend. So basically, Timo Werner, they don't even have to dig deep into they don't even have to create a new transfer budget to afford Timo Werner.
No, not at all. And I was actually talking about this the other day. What's interesting, two very different business models between Chelsea and Liverpool.
Yeah.
You got owners at Liverpool, FSG, worth about 2-3 billion net worth, right? Then you look at can't remember his name, but the guy who owns Chelsea,
Roman Abramovich.
That's right. He's about 13 or 14 billion. So
wow.
So you look at that, not only are they able to afford it, but Chelsea are just, like you said, in a better financial situation anyway, given they didn't have to buy anyone for a few transfer windows and given those sales you talked about.
But I know the owners are worth money, but remember, if financial fair play is still a thing, it doesn't matter how much money the owner has.
Right.
Because not like the owner could actually dig into, the owner, according to how things are going, owner cannot dip into his personal funds and say, buy players. Am I correct? That's what they have against Manchester City. So
you are correct, but if they have already, like you said, sold players, right?
Yeah.
And they don't necessarily have say those funds went to something else, right?
Yeah.
Just something else. He can pull it out of his own pocket if it falls in the financial fair play regulations. Because remember, it has to even out.
I understand.
Yeah.
Basically, you could only spend a certain amount. You could from the profits, you could only go over a certain amount. I read over the whole financial fair play thing. You can't exceed a certain number, basically.
Yeah, it's actually pretty complicated, but if it's still a thing.
But long story short, with that, let's conclude that we know Chelsea have a whole lot of money right now.
Yeah.
Like when compared to the other clubs, Chelsea are probably one of the better off clubs right now in this situation with the whole pandemic, and coronavirus and everything. They're one of the better off teams.
Absolutely.
And they could afford Timo Werner. They're a very, very attractive club as well. Look at what they're doing this season in the Premier League under new boss Frank Lampard. And look at all the players. Timo Werner would look at this team and be like, I want to go there. All these guys look cool. You see what I mean? They have young guys. They have a few veterans in there. Used to play for Barcelona. You have Willian. You got Rudiger, former teammate. Of course, he's gonna want to go there. It's a very attractive club. It's not like there's not any one position. Maybe the goalkeeper. There's not one position in Chelsea right now that any player could say, this is mine.
You don't think so?
This position is mine and nobody else can't get it, Because if you look at the right backs, there's been Reece James, Aspilicueta plays there sometimes, but it's like Reece James is the future for that right back berth right there.
Yeah, he is.
The defense is always changing. The left back, you have Emerson Alonso. We don't even need, the midfield is always changing. The forwards is always changing. Timo Werner could walk into the team. So I think, in conclusion, maybe forget about all I said last week, and because I actually felt for you guys, and I thought he was going to Liverpool. I was making a lot of videos talking about Timo Werner's potential move to Liverpool. It never materialized.
Everyone did, man. Everyone did.
They say Liverpool can't afford him.
Yeah.
Or Liverpool does not want to actually put out that kind of money. They could afford him, but they don't want to.
Right. There right now, our priorities, given that we've shifted away from Timo, our priorities right now are extending Alisson's contract, extending Van Dijk, and then Wijnaldum as well. So this summer, that's where our priorities lie.
So basically, locking down established players.
Exactly.
Bringing in
exactly. Locking down
signings.
The key players.
Okay, I see. But Timo Werner, I think, is gonna go to Chelsea. And I think he's gonna fit well into Lampard's system. They're doing very well. They're gonna be they should be in the Champions League, and that's another attractive thing for Chelsea. The fact that they're playing Champions League football, despite unlike, I should say, Arsenal. And it doesn't even look like Tottenham are gonna get Champions League football. Maybe. You know what? Let's not get into that, because City could get banned.
Yeah.
City could get banned, and the fifth place team could get in. So we don't even need to get into that right now, because that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt over here. You know what I mean?
We don't want to hurt your feelings right now.
I know. Yeah. Okay, so with that whole Timo Werner thing, I think that deal is gonna get wrapped up. June 15th is coming up, so there should be an announcement pretty soon. FIFA actually just made a statement saying the transfer window could be open before this current season even finishes. So there'll be a lot of transfers pouring in. I'm already making transfer videos on my channel. I already covered 75 transfers. Nice. And I'm working on another 25. So if you guys are watching, make sure go check those out. That's a small plug right there. You know what I mean? So my next question for you. What are your thoughts on Kai Havertz? It's a two-part question.
All right.
What are your thoughts on Kai Havertz and him potentially joining Chelsea? They are said to have made a £75 million bid for him. Is it pounds? Am I right? Pounds.
Euros, right?
No. I don't think it's euros. It's pounds, because his not release clause, his market value is 80 million.
Yeah.
81 million euros. You know what, Kyle? I think you should pull up Kai Havertz on the screen right now.
I got you right now.
Give people some insight on what we're actually talking about and how good this player is. Yep. And let me know your thoughts, like what you think about Kai Havertz.
Yep. So you're right, 81 million.
81 million. What are your thoughts on Kai Havertz, Kyle?
Man, he's a talent. He's still extremely young, though, right? I mean, you see here, he's 21 years old. He just or
21.
no,
Wait,
he's 20. Wait, it's not June 11th yet.
Today.
Oh my gosh, the guy's 21 today. That's crazy.
Happy birthday, Kai Havertz, man. Happy birthday, Kai Havertz.
I was gonna say he was 20. I was like, that can't be right.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Kai Havertz.
He's unbelievably young, 21 years old, right? But you see here, 26 games, 11 goals, 5 assists. He's a key player for them.
And that's only the Bundesliga.
Yeah, right. And this is only the Bundesliga.
Click the Champions League. Click the Champions League icon. Click the DFB Pokal icon. No, right there. It's right there. You see next to the Bundesliga icon, just go right above.
I got you. Yeah.
And you're going to see, okay, he didn't do too well.
He's trash in the Champions League. No,
DFB Pokal.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. 4 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. Oh, here you go.
Really well in the Europa League.
Yeah, very well in the Europa League.
They're still in the Europa League, are they?
That's a great question. I have to check on that.
I can't even remember. We're not going to go into that. We're not going to go into that.
But to answer your question, I think he's very talented. My biggest thing here is I think Chelsea are in a better position for him compared to any other Premier League club. And it's mainly because we were talking about they haven't signed anyone for 2 transfer windows now. So all their guys up front are young or super old. You look at Willian and Pedro on their way out. I think Willian's contract ends this summer.
Both of their contracts, Willian and Pedro.
Yeah. So with that, you're going to need to bring in a winger or someone that can play out wide, right? They brought in Ziyech, right? You got Pulisic. And then, of course, you got your young midfielders, okay? You know, you got your Kovacic, you got your Billy Gilmores and all that stuff. So how can Kai Havertz fit into their system? I think he's young enough to where he fits perfectly. Lampard is playing a young squad, man, and he's doing well at it. I mean, Chelsea were surprisingly good this year for the squad he put out there.
Agreed.
But the main thing here is how is he going to adjust at his age to the Premier League, right? You look at Timo Werner. Timo Werner's 24 years old. Yeah. He's mature enough to adapt, right?
Yes.
The big thing with Havertz, he just turned 21 years old. Does he have the mental maturity to adapt to a more physical league? Although Germany is physical, but he's big though. People forget he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
So I think he could potentially handle the physical aspect, but the question remains adapting to it. Can he keep the same productivity adapting to it?
So to answer that question, that's going to basically be the test. That's going to determine how good Timo Werner is and if he could live up to the hype and how good he is going to be in the future. Because if he moves over to Bayern Munich, it's like a smooth transition. Right. He knows the league like the back of his hand and he knows all the players. He's just going to, go into Bayern Munich and he's going to be smooth sailing. Exactly. For example, Leon Goretzka.
I was just thinking that. Yep.
But take the example of João Felix. We were talking about João Felix. I think João Felix should have made a move to Borussia Dortmund, potentially for a cut price. You see what I mean?
Okay.
To Borussia Dortmund, and he would have developed better. At Atletico Madrid, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure. And the price tag comes with a lot of pressure as well. Hence the reason why he hasn't really done too well in his first season so far. He could, however, bounce back after, the restart. La Liga restarted today. Did you watch the game today?
No.
Oh.
Who played?
I saw the game. It was Betis versus Sevilla. Sevilla was at home. Sevilla was at home. They defeated Betis 2-0. That was a good game. I slept through a bit of it, but I saw the goals. It was good. You know what I mean? The football in the top 4 leagues are good. It's good. It's going to be different watching it across different leagues. Like you go from a Premier League to a Bundesliga, Italian league, Spanish league. It's a different brand of football.
Different style, but the quality is still there. Yeah.
But altogether, it's very, very good. And that's what I like. So going forward, I'll be checking out all the leagues, all the top 4 leagues, not all the leagues. The top 4 leagues, I'll be watching a game here and there. But not to stray from the topic too much. João Felix, he's not really setting the world afire right now, like he did when he was at Benfica. At Benfica, amazing.
Well, I mean, Portuguese league, you know.
Yeah, but still, Champions League, he was still amazing.
You're right. Yep.
See what I mean? He made the Portuguese national team.
Yeah.
And he got a few.
He did well
cameos.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, Havertz, he does have 7 caps, I think, from what I saw on the screen there for Germany.
Correct.
He's the future. 21 years old. Bayer Leverkusen has made him their captain right now. I don't know if it's an official thing or they just give him the armband for now, but he won't stay. No. Rudi Völler, I think he's a sporting director there. I'm not correct. I'm not sure if that's the right tag, but he would like Kai Havertz to stay on another season. And I would actually like for Kai Havertz to stay on another season.
And I think he should. I think he really should.
Yeah, he should, because look at Bayer Leverkusen. They played 2 days ago in the DFB Pokal. They defeated Saarbrücken and they're into the final. They play Bayern Munich, I think, this Saturday. If they could defeat Bayern Munich and win a cup, I don't think Bayer Leverkusen has won anything in a very long time. They probably won a cup, but I don't think they ever won a Bundesliga. That's exactly the reason why you're not winning anything. Because you keep selling your best talent. And we were talking the other day in one of my live streams that Leverkusen in 2001, 2002, they came second in 3 different competitions.
That's
Champions League, DFB Pokal, and in the league. And that's the reason why they keep selling their best players. They keep, making teams like Chelsea better, Bayern Munich better.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, but you got to think at the same time, like you said, if you're not winning anything, 1, you're not going to be able to hold on to your top talent for very long. And 2, if you're not winning anything, you don't have any prize money coming in. So you got to sell, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what I guess that's where they're getting all the money from, basically. Most of their revenue comes from.
Because who they just sell to Dortmund? That guy, the winger. What's it? The blonde winger. He's like young. I can't think of his name right now. But just sold him to Dortmund.
Brandt.
Thank you.
Brandt, definitely. Yeah. And they actually they just sell all their best players, man. We don't need to get further into that, but they just sell all their best players, and that's the reason why they're not winning anything.
Exactly.
And they depend, and as we were saying, now I get my train of thought back. They depend on the transfer market for the bulk of their revenue, along with merch and all that stuff. But their main revenue, sponsorships and everything, but transfer sales. The academy they produce some good youngsters, and transfer sales. Have you heard about Florian Wirtz?
Yeah, the name rings a bell.
He just scored against Bayern Munich, became the youngest goal scorer in Bundesliga history.
How old?
Breaking 17, 34 days. 17 years, 34 days. Broke Nuri Sahin's record. He used to play, Nuri Sahin, who used to play for Borussia Dortmund. Mm-hmm. Young Turkish German guy.
He play for Madrid now?
He used to play for Madrid. I think he played. I think he last went to Werder Bremen.
Interesting transfer.
Yeah, and he's probably injured right now.
Yeah.
So he went from Dortmund to Real Madrid. I think Nuri.
I thought it was Atletico Madrid.
Nah, I think Nuri Sahin was at Pull up. Wait. Let me pull up Nuri Sahin real quick.
Yeah.
I think Nuri Sahin.
I could have swore it was Atletico Madrid.
Just to go off topic, but we're talking about Bayer Leverkusen and we're talking about Florian Wirtz here. So.
And then once we find this, I want to ask you a question about Kai Havertz.
Okay, definitely, because we're still on Kai Havertz, and I was definitely right here in terms of my my thing. Pretty good in terms of my memory. It's kind of sketchy sometimes.
Werner Bremen, wow.
Yeah, you see?
It's just an odd transfer.
I think he's currently injured right now. You see that hip injury?
Yeah.
But look at his. I was gonna tell you this right now. I was gonna tell you he did move to Liverpool too.
Yeah, he was on loan, right?
He was on loan at Liverpool.
That's right.
Early 2013. He only went
remember
there.
that.
He went there for. He actually went there for in August 2012, and he left in January 2013. So he didn't even spend a long time at Liverpool.
No, he did not.
So a lot of Liverpool fans might not even remember that.
Yeah.
So Nuri Sahin, he used to be at Real Madrid. He went back to Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund actually bought him back. They sold him and bought him back. They sold him for 10 million and they bought him back for 7. Played a couple seasons and then he went to Werder Bremen. I like this player from his days at Dortmund, back when I used to fiddle around with FIFA. Yeah. But he has.
And before, I just want to bring this up because it's always funny to me. So they brought him, they sold him for 10, brought him back for 7. That's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. But then you look at like Man United letting Paul Pogba leave for free, then buying him back for 88 million. It's just the stupidest business.
You know what we have in common? We both don't really like Man United. So
I can't stand them. They're horrible.
That is terrible business. You let a man leave for free. You had a gem. You let him leave for free and break your transfer record by bringing him back. Sahin actually left for Bremen for 1 million euros too. So basically the downfall of Nuri Sahin. But let's just bring up Wirtz here real quick. Let me bring up Wirtz so the viewers could see who I'm talking about. Wirtz, Florian Wirtz, 17. He is the next big thing. So on the topic of Havertz, I'll let you get to your point. Don't lose your train of thought. When Havertz leave, Wirtz is going to step up. So Bayer Leverkusen, not really. They're cashing in, and they have somebody waiting in the wings, so they only paid a few. Look. You go there. They didn't even. It's not actually. It's undisclosed right now.
Yeah.
He came over from the Cologne under 17 team to Bayer Leverkusen under 17 in January. I didn't even realize this. He came over from Cologne under 17 in January, and now he's playing for the Leverkusen first team. Amazing business, man. It's amazing business. You know what I mean? So let's get back to Kai Havertz before you lose your train of thought.
So here's with Hakim Ziyech in for Chelsea. All right.
Yeah.
You still got Tammy Abraham. You got Pulisic. You
have that kid. What's his name? He just got in trouble the other day.
Callum Hudson-Odoi.
As well.
Yeah.
Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah. A lot of good players. You got Kennedy
Ross
still.
Barkley.
Yeah. They Chelsea have just a plethora of talent. But anyways, how do you see them lining up in the front three? And now remember, this is a perfect world. Timo Werner and Kai Havertz have signed for Chelsea at this point.
Yes.
How do you see them lining up?
All right. So
if you're Lampard,
Ziyech on the right. Well, first we have to get their formation, how they play. So if you look at, let's bring up Chelsea. Let me get the Chelsea brought up here, and then we're gonna see the last formation that they used, and we could get a better idea of
I think Lampard started the season in a 4-3-3, and then he adapted later in the season, but I couldn't tell you what formation they were in their last game. All right,
so we have it right here.
4-3-3.
Okay. 4-3-3, right? So Timo Werner would go where, let's say Timo Werner go where Olivier Giroud is right now, right? Then Ziyech over here. Pulisic there, where Pedro is. So it's going to be, it could look, let me first say this before I get any deeper. There's going to be a lot of rotation. There's going to be a lot of rotation. That's what I think. And if you look at the team right here, you have Giroud signing a contract extension. He's going to be in the mix too. You have Tammy Abraham. You have Timo Werner. That's 3 options for the striking position. You have Michy Batshuayi still at the club, when the season restarts. So that's 4 striking options. If you want to play Werner on the left, you can play Werner on the left as well. So let's say Werner on the left, Tammy up top. On the right, you have Ziyech could play as a right winger, and I think he's gonna play as a right winger. You have Ziyech on the right wing. If you don't want to play Ziyech, Willian could slot it. If you don't want to play Willian, Pedro could play over there too. Pedro is more left wing, but they could play on either side. Then you have Callum Hudson-Odoi, who is a winger. I think he is a winger.
Yeah,
he is a left winger. I think so, and I think wingers could play on either side. So they have so many options. But the thing is, you're building a team. You want the options. You want to rotate because you want to be able to say, I have a weapon to bring off the bench, because that's also part of showing how good you are as a manager by using your substitutes well. They have this guy named Faustino Angerin, who they just signed on, extended his deal to 5 years. Mm-hmm. And you could see here he made an appearance the last match against Everton. So he is one. I haven't seen him play, but I can tell he's good. Look at this kid. This kid is good. You know what I'm saying? Then
just by looking at the picture.
You have Gilmour. So Jorginho could go to Juventus. That's more money for Chelsea. That's more money. Gilmour is there. They could even sell N'Golo Kante to PSG.
Hold on. I just want to get this straight. You think Gilmour is going to be plugged in over Jorginho and Kante?
He was there. I think Jorginho
they were playing Everton.
But still, Gilmour, do you understand how good Gilmour was?
Hey, no. Gilmour's great. Hey, but he is nowhere near better than Kante or Jorginho.
No,
right now.
I'm not saying that. But Gilmour is only 19. He's one for the future. He is easy to basically bend and fit into Lampard's his whole philosophy. You know what I mean? His whole system. You have Mount, you have Barkley. They have the talent. They have they have immense amount of talent. And look, you have to make your team stronger, because there's doubts over Jorginho. He came in because of Sarri. He actually was linked to Man City big time. We wanted him. We didn't get him. He moved to Chelsea because of Maurizio Sarri. And Sarri is now at Juventus. Jorginho is going to go to Juventus. That's a deal I think is going to happen.
Okay.
Barkley could look for a move outside the club as well. He's been linked to Newcastle. So that leaves you with Gilmour. Kante could leave anytime.
Yeah, I think he will.
You know what I'm saying?
I think he will.
So if you look at Billy Gilmour, who's just been a revolution this season, a revelation, you look at Kovacic. You forgot Kovacic?
No, I was wondering when you were going to say him.
Did you forget Loftus-Cheek is going to be like a new signing for them?
Yeah.
Reece James could play further up the field as well. He does not need to play as a right back, but he's going to be their right back. I think Reece James is one of those players who's a right midfielder transformed into a fullback. So look, Chelsea, I think they have all right to, go for these players. They just lost a talisman in Eden Hazard. They have all right to go for all these players. Pulisic, they recently signed. Havertz, they're looking to bring in to break their transfer record after they signed Kepa for a record fee, and he was rumored to be on the way out. Timo Werner, they have all right. Roman Abramovich promised Chelsea fans at least 2 marquee signings. They're going to get their marquee signings. At least maybe 3. They want to bring in Ben Chilwell as a left back too. Or they could even, they've been linked to so many big players. They've been linked to Gerson of Flamengo.
A lot of
very
people.
Solid DM. So if Jorginho leaves, they have Gerson and Billy Gilmour. They have N'Golo Kante as well. They'll be good.
Did you see the fee for Ben Chilwell?
The fee.
It is rumored to be up in the 80s.
Look, good fullbacks are hard to find. That's what I kept saying. I said that in my last transfer video. Good fullbacks are going to command, I should say, a very high fee. Very, very high fee.
Who was the last fullback, aside from Junior, that guy from, I think he was from Betis, that went to
Junior Firpo wasn't even that expensive.
He was like 50 or something. But aside from that, who was the most expensive fullback? Like, I couldn't even name a fullback that went for that much.
Benjamin Mendy was expensive.
How much did y'all pay for him?
I think we paid 40, 50 something for Mendy, 50
Okay.
something million pounds.
Okay.
You know who was expensive? Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Man United paid a lot for him.
They overpaid for him, and they overpaid for Maguire too.
Look,
horrible business. Horrible business.
I am gonna disagree.
Okay.
With the Wan-Bissaka one, because Wan-Bissaka, they paid 55 million euros for Wan-Bissaka to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace were probably just, celebrating.
Oh yeah.
For weeks. But Wan-Bissaka is worth the money. I must say that. He is one hell of a player. He's worth the money. I don't know if Maguire was worth so much, though. I don't know if he was worth so much.
No chance.
But let's wrap up on the Kai Havertz thing, because I have some things here just to wind down the video. Some fun questions I have for you. Very fun. And we're not gonna stay too long on these, but you're gonna love these. So
let's go.
For Kai Havertz, right? Did you ever think Liverpool were gonna sign Kai Havertz? Because you guys have been linked to him for a while. 80 million euros. Was it possible?
So I did a video with Timo, Werner, and Kai Havertz, and you guys can go check that out on my channel, Nothing But Reds. But I don't think right now, at least, Liverpool aren't looking for that kind of player, nor are they looking to spend 80 million pounds. All right. So with that being said, we don't even, ever since Coutinho left, I just want to say this, we've kind of gone away from that creative attacking midfielder. And now we have one midfielder that pushes forward and our fullbacks create. Okay.
Yes.
So that's what we do. So no, I don't think Liverpool were ever in for Kai Havertz.
Are you only saying this now after the fact? You know what I mean?
No.
For example, right? I always like to allude to women. You and I looking at the same girl, right? You kind of, you know what I mean, you're not really the type to go in and say, hey, you put your offer on the table, and this is what you know what I mean? You're not that. Say you're not that guy, but I'm that guy. I'm Chelsea. I go in, I say, listen, I want you. You know what I mean? I see potential in us. I see potential in our future. I want us to be a thing. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be my boo thing. But you ain't saying that because you don't know. You have you're thinking about, oh man, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't like her hair. I like her, but I don't really like how she put her hair sometimes. Or you're messing around. You know what I'm saying? You're playing games. I go over, I snatch up the girl. And then after the fact that you fail to get the girl, you're saying, oh, I never wanted her anyways. You know what I mean? You know. Basically, is that what's going on with you right now?
All right, so no. All right. What I want to say is this. The evidence is in our transfer history. If you look at the players that we've bought for high prices, they immediately play in the squad. Van Dijk and Alisson are the main examples. Okay? All the other players that we've bought that have been development projects are low fees. Okay, a perfect example. I love to use this example is Fabinho. Fabinho is world class. Hold on.
Not to cut you. This is a debate. Fabinho, Salah, those are high. 40 something million. That's good. Money.
Okay, so I see where your point's at. But none of them were 40 except for Fabinho. Salah was like 39. Mane was 35. All right. All of these players, we bought them and then we plugged them in.
Yeah.
Like, all right, what I'm trying to say is Kai Havertz, 81 million. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not just going to come in and play and produce. There's no chance.
But the thing is, but who is to say that? Who is to say that won't happen? That's the thing.
Me.
Okay, but I think Kai Havertz could step in and produce. I'm gonna back the youngster because from what I've seen with him, his runs, his intelligence in the box, everything, I think he's gonna succeed.
He's definitely talented and he will succeed.
And I think he's gonna succeed. But the thing is, if you look at Salah is a Chelsea reject, basically. Think about that.
Yeah, so is De Bruyne.
Yeah, De Bruyne definitely is a Chelsea reject too. There's a lot of Chelsea rejects that went out and made it. But Salah You guys saw at Roma, Fiorentina, he did well. You guys bought him. Salah wasn't a player that Salah surprised everybody in that season, the 2017-18 season. He surprised the world.
Yeah. But my point is this. Kai Havertz is not a proven, and I see where I'm going to come back to Salah in a second. Kai Havertz is not, he's 21. He has done nothing. He's done nothing.
Wait. This is a debate. This is getting into a very heated debate, but I like it.
I love it.
Kai Havertz broke the record for the first 20-year-old player to score 30 Bundesliga goals. I think, 30, and then he went up to like 35 or so.
Right.
So this player is proven. Look, at what age do you want a player to show how good he is? You're familiar with Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Nazario. I'm talking about Nazario. I just reacted to him on my other channel. Mm-hmm. He was 19 when he went to PSV. They couldn't hold him. Mm-hmm. They couldn't hold 19. That's the age where players great players. They show their potential. Most of them, majority of them, over 75% of them at a very, very young age.
That's
18, 19, 20, sometimes even 17, 21. He's a good player.
Yep. And so to bring my point to a head here, Kai Havertz is a fantastic talent. No one's saying he's not. Fantastic talent. Let me ask you this. I just want a yes or no answer. Is he the best player on Leverkusen?
Right now, Kai Havertz is the hottest thing on Leverkusen right now.
Okay. So he is the hottest thing on Leverkusen.
Who do you think is the best player on Leverkusen right now?
Kai Havertz. Right.
Exactly.
So, now, my point is, him coming to Liverpool, he wouldn't even be close to the best player. There's a chance, and I guarantee you, he wouldn't even be in the starting 11. And that's my point. So
that's
Liverpool aren't going to go spend $81 million.
I get your point.
To put a player on the bench.
Yes, I get your point. I do get your point. But Salah ain't getting younger. Mane, ain't getting younger. Firmino ain't getting younger. What are you guys waiting for? What are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you want to have a bunch of 30-year-olds in your team?
Hey, I know a lot of Liverpool fans that would agree with you. What are we doing?
No, wait. What you think? What do you think? You think Minamino is the answer? That's what you think?
Well, first off, I want to bring this up because this is perfect timing. Minamino and Keita balled out today. Granted, it was against Blackburn. Okay,
yeah.
Granted.
You guys won what, 6-0? I think
6-0. Balled out today. Okay. Klopp has this gift, man. He has this gift of man management and just turning average players into superstars. It's remarkable.
But that's a practice match, though.
That's a what?
A practice game.
Yeah, no. I'm talking in general, not just this game.
Okay.
Yeah. But look, Minamino, $7 million or whatever we got him for, $6 million. This guy is going to be a star. Naby Keita, we did pay a lot for, but Klopp, that's the only gray area. Remember I was talking about how all these expensive players, you plug them right in, and the younger players you don't so much or whatever, or you have to plug the higher costing players in. Naby Keita is the only one who doesn't really fit that criteria, but he has suffered some injury things.
Yeah.
Man, it's to address the front three issue. I'm a firm believer in bringing the youth up. Just like Chelsea. Chelsea and Liverpool have unbelievable youth talent.
I think Chelsea has better youth talent too. Chelsea has some of the best youth talents around. Chelsea.
Yeah, no, I'd say Chelsea is the best, but I'd say Liverpool is severely underrated. Their
loan army is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? But
I don't know how I feel about that.
They sold off a lot of them. They sold off a lot of those loan guys because they were seeking, more play time elsewhere and stuff like that. So they knew they weren't ever going to make it at Chelsea, so they just left. Yeah.
Nathan Ake is a great example.
Yeah, a lot of players. Chelsea rejects. You know what I mean? Mohamed Salah, Mo Salah, KDB. All these are great examples.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's just a little joke. But that's it for Kai Havertz. I have some things. These are going to be quicker things I have for you. Address the Koulibaly to Liverpool rumors real quick in a minute. 1 minute.
Koulibaly to Liverpool would be the scariest defense in the history of the game. All right. But he's 28, 29. He's going to be 100 million easily, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. We're not doing it. If we're not doing it for a 21-year-old, we're not doing it for a 29 or 28-year-old. I think Koulibaly, I think he either stays at Napoli, but Napoli's in shambles. I think he is perfect for PSG. That's all I'm going to say.
Very nice. Great answer. PSG, Real Madrid, or Barcelona. You could even throw Juventus in there. He's going to a bigger club before he retires.
Yeah, what do you think? I think, just real quick, do you think people are leaving Napoli, Dries Mertens, Insigne? You think they'll all end up going?
Isn't there civil war over there at Napoli right now? There's something going on at Napoli right now. We're not going to get into, but there's something going on at Napoli. There's something rotten going on there. And players are looking to leave. Players look at Marek Hamšík.
Yeah,
he's basically a Napoli legend, and he left. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
He went to China. He left. He didn't even want to renew, and he's still young. Dries Mertens, I think he might leave too. But they're still a very attractive club. But they need to fix the interior problems. All right. So the next one. Who will Liverpool sign this summer? If anyone, keep it short, under a minute. Keep, let's say a minute or two. Keep it short.
Ooh, it's a great question. It's a great question.
And then I'm going to give you one player, and you're going to give me your thoughts on that player.
Okay. I think if we sign anyone, it's going to be a replacement for Lovren, because Lovren, the reports are saying he wants out. He got his Champions League trophy. He's 30. He's probably going to Italy or something like that. So it's most likely going to be a replacement, maybe a Ben White. We've been linked with Tarkowski from Burnley.
Let me address that. Ben White ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
Because Brighton, I just covered him in a transfer video. Brighton, he was on loan at Leeds. Brighton just made his they rejected everybody, and they promoting Ben White to their senior team.
Okay.
But that's only the reports right now. He could move to the senior team, and then they could say sell him on for bigger money. They could make that decision later.
Yeah.
But that would be a great signing, because that player has played every single game, every single minute for Leeds.
Yeah. He's talented. He's pretty talented.
I didn't know about this guy. I don't really watch the championship. I didn't know about this guy before that video. So you think Liverpool are going to go in for a defender?
If Lovren leaves, yes.
What about a replacement for Lallana? Any youth team maybe?
Yeah, so Curtis Jones is our guy right now in the midfield. And you also got to look at Chamberlain and Keita. When they're healthy, they're going to be slotting in. And the weird thing with Lallana, Klopp was plugging him in at the 6 when he played this season, which was really weird to me.
Very weird.
Yeah. But, yeah.
All right. Backup left back. Backup left back.
Backup left back?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great question. Robertson, we got Yasar Larouci, the young youth player showing a lot of promise. And then, of course, we got a lot of you're not feeling
convinced. I'm not convinced with Larouci. The first time I saw him, then I saw a couple, I think he needs to develop some more.
Oh, yeah, well, there's no question he needs to develop some more. But the one game that sticks out to me, when he played against Sevilla in preseason, caught my eye. No idea who the dude was until this past preseason. I was like, wow, this kid's talented. Him, Nico Williams, but he's a right back. And then we got Keanu Hoiver, who's another right back, center back. Yeah. But, dude, as of right now, I'm telling you, James Milner is still our backup left back.
Okay. Backup right back.
Nico Williams, no question.
All right. So you guys are not spending nothing on that.
Probably the club, there's reports saying that we're not going to extend Klein to the end of the season. Yeah. And I don't know how I feel about that, man. Klein has just been devastated with injuries. Yeah. But I've always been a fan of him. We'll see.
Fun fact. In my current FIFA career mode save, Klein is still at the club. 2024, I think. Klein is still at the club.
So that means that he's staying.
All right. So next thing I have for you, next player. What do you think about you guys potentially signing Mario Götze?
If I could see it, the only way I could see it is just because of the network that Klopp has. He's leaving Dortmund. Come on over. We'll keep you as a backup. And that is something I could see Klopp doing. Okay. Klopp isn't going to go out and risk his neck spending so much to bring in a project. He'd rather go get someone and bring him in because he's reliable. Perfect example, he brought in Stephen Calker for like half a season. And then another great example is Ragnar Klavan. All the Liverpool fans that are watching this.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Klavan.
Ragnar Klavan is a Liverpool legend. All right. This man, 2 years here. He plugged him in. He did everything he was supposed to do. Phenomenal role player. So I could definitely see Klopp bringing in an older Goetze. Yeah.
Klavan is in Italy right now. But Mario Götze, he won 2 Bundesliga titles with Jurgen Klopp, if I'm not mistaken. Went on to win the World Cup, scoring the winning goal against Argentina. I could never forget that goal. When I think he controlled it or something and pulled it over.
It down and hit it.
Yeah, and hit it past Romero. Argentina.
Amazing.
Broken. Shattered into a million pieces. Yep. Mario Götze responsible for that. And Pep Guardiola came into Bayern Munich and stole him away from Dortmund, and he has never really been the same player since. Went back to Dortmund. He is going to be a free agent when the season comes to an end. Liverpool could be a destination for Mario Götze to link up with his former manager Jurgen Klopp. So I have 2 more things for you. You can take one ex-player back on a free. Who are you taking? A, Raheem Sterling. B, Philippe Coutinho. C, Mamadou Sakho.
That is an excellent question, and the obvious answer is Mamadou Sakho. All right.
Why?
Now listen. All right. This is more of like a personal choice. All right. Obviously, everyone's going to take back Coutinho just because Coutinho was excellent. Sterling left in a bad way, but so did Coutinho. But Sterling left in a way worse way. But if I'm speaking objectively, probably Coutinho. Personally, Sakho, I love the guy, man. He was so good with the Liverpool community. He was very philanthropic. He did everything that he was asked to do. He may have not been the most coordinated guy or athletic, but he put in a good tenure here. I miss Sakho.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer because Sakho is a legend, man.
A
lot of people don't even realize that Sakho was PSG's captain at 19. A lot of people don't even know Sakho used to play for PSG.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So PSG, Liverpool, French national team, injuries kind of mess him up. Now at Crystal Palace, I watched the video with him and the interview. He's a great guy, man. Great guy. And that's a great choice, not because of the whole Raheem Sterling thing. He leaving in a bad way, of Philippe Coutinho, is that Sakho could fit in when a player like Lovren leaves, and he would actually do a better job. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next one. You can only keep one Liverpool youth player. Who are you keeping? A, Nico Williams. B, Curtis Jones. C, Harvey Elliott. You only could keep one. Oh. The rest are going to leave.
Oh, that's a tough one. It's got to be between Harvey and Curtis. Dominic, that's a good question.
I took my time, man. I took my time and I made some. Listen. We're doing some classic stuff here.
This is classic.
The next one's gonna be even better.
I love it. I think I'm gonna go with Curtis Jones, and that's not to say Harvey Elliott isn't unbelievably talented, but Curtis Jones is homegrown from Liverpool.
Yeah. Yes.
The desire is there, the heart. He loves the club, and not to say Harvey Elliott doesn't, but I'm going with Curtis Jones.
Facts. Curtis Jones, man. What a season he's having. Breakout season for him. He was even thrusted into the first team setup after his exploits in the EFL Cup and the FA Cup, because I think in the FA Cup, in that high-scoring game against Arsenal, high-scoring draw, he scored the winning penalty, didn't he?
Yep, and then he scored the winner against Everton, too.
Everton, oh my God, what a stunner.
Screamer. Unbelievable.
What a stunner. Screamer, stunner, whatever you call it. That was a fantastic goal. And I think in the game against Shrewsbury, the tie against Shrewsbury, also another influential performance. And then you guys got beaten by the team called? Aston Villa.
Yeah, that was it was like 3-0 loss, I think.
Yeah, that's when the Jurgen Klopp and co went to the
right.
Yeah.
The youth,
the
despite the loss though, they were playing pretty much their first.
Yeah, they represented well. They represented well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's a wrap. That's a wrap. It was great, man. It was a great conversation. And
absolutely, some good debate here. Some good debate.
Definitely. I can't wait for the next one. I have a challenge for you. Next time, make sure you have some questions for me. You know what I mean? So I can hit you with something. But this was basically to just talk about the whole Kai Havertz, Timo Werner situation. And as we always do, we would just go off topic a bit, but still not stray too far from home. So, guys, I appreciate you watching this. I know it's been a long one, but I love long form content. Kyle, I know you do too.
Love it.
I know you do too. Guys, I appreciate it. As I said, go check out Kyle's channel, Nothing But Reds. For those of you guys who are watching it on Kyle's channel, go check out my channel, Dominic Rich FC.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
I'll put a link in the description for y'all to go check it out.
And I'll do the same. So it's been real, Kyle. I appreciate your time. You know, I know we had to just iron out some things to get this thing happening. We're both busy people. You know what I mean? Busy
no worries,
lives,
though, man.
You know what I mean? And yeah, and we're just starting something majestic here. Let me just put it that way. The first video, it did great. This one, I don't want to jinx it, but you know what I mean?
Let's not jinx it.
Look, but it doesn't even matter though. What matters to me most is the conversation that we had. You know what I mean? Two football fans, different clubs, rival clubs, we're chopping it up and we're talking good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Good stuff.
We're just having a conversation basically. We ain't here to prove nothing. And as I always say, Carl, no pressure.
No pressure.
See what I mean? So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to slap a like on it, share it with a friend or a loved one, and subscribe to both of our channels. Hit it, Kyle. Hit it before you go.
That's right. Thanks, guys.